Hi, Earth scientists. I wanted to walk you through one of the questions on our Gizmos lab that we're going to be doing. That's going to be due on Thursday. We are going to have time to work on it in class on Thursday, but I want you to know how to do this section. Here it is asking you to drag an arrow from the left of the gizmos and place it on Mercury in order to measure the length of a year that each of the planets have. So the length of a year is going to be the orbit around the sun. So we orbit around the sun once a year. It takes us 365 days to go all the way around the sun. So if we started in October of this year, it takes us 12 months to get all the way around the sun to October of next year. So what this is asking you to do is to practice measuring the orbit for all of the planets' years. What is their year going to look like? And we compare it to our year, our 12-month year. So on the sheet, it asks you to drag an arrow and place it on Mercury. All right, so first I'm going to change this to information on Mercury, just so I know what I'm learning about. It's about as wide as the United States mainland, so it's a very tiny planet. When you want to drag an arrow, you go up to the tools bar here, and you drag from the arrow options. So Mercury is the first planet that we're going to explore the year length of. So I now have my arrow pointed at Mercury, right? It's the planet closest to the sun. And if you go down here, it has today's current date. This is the date that you're recording in the table as the current date or today's date. If you do this, let's say on Wednesday, it's going to say 10/14/2020, not 10/12/2020. That's totally fine. It wants us to press play, and Mercury is going to orbit around the sun, and we are going to pause it when it gets back to where this red arrow is pointed. All right, so I can control the speed up here. I'm going to keep it kind of slow because I'm guessing that it's going to happen pretty quickly. All right, we got to pause it when Mercury gets right back to our red arrow. Okay, so now it says that in the future, Mercury will have orbited the sun once by month 1 or January, day 10, 2021. I have entered today's date right here where it says Mercury as 10/12/2020. I have entered the one orbit date that it showed me after I let Mercury go around the sun once, right back to where the arrow was pointing, as 1/8/2021. And from October today until January 8th, 2021 in the future, that's 3 months. So it takes Mercury 3 months to orbit the sun. Their year, if you were standing on Mercury, your year would only be 3 months long. Now it's asking us to reset. I would like to show this to you with a larger planet. We're going to do Jupiter. I'm going to head down to my plus and minus symbols here. I'm going to zoom out 1, 2, 3 times. And I am now going to move my red arrow to be pointing directly at Jupiter. Then I'm going to open up our information on Jupiter to learn a little bit more about it. All right, it's a gas giant, mostly hydrogen and helium, but we think that there's a rocky core very, very deep inside at the center. All right, we're going to do it again. This time, however, I think it's going to take a while just because I know a little bit about Jupiter. So I'm going to change the speed to fast and then pause it when it gets back to this red arrow. So pay attention to the year right here. All right, press play. Let's get ready. 2026, 27, 28, and pause. Okay, it is now, it says 8/13/2032. So when I did this before, I got 9/29/2032, but 8/13/2032 could also work. And so as you can see, it takes 12 of our years for Jupiter to orbit the sun. So in the amount of time that we would go around the sun for 12 years, in 12 years, when you're 12 years older, Jupiter will have orbited the sun one time. And that's how you use this specific tool in Gizmos. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck and have fun.